Hello everyone and welcome back or welcome to Morgan Mirror Studios, the art of the model horse hobby, and I have a cold. That's why I sound funny. But anyways, today is going to be the first part in my first series, which is drawing horse colors. I don't know how many parts there are going to be. Just assume for there to be like way too many. But anyways, getting started. Today, of course, we're going to do bays because bays are the most common color in the world of real horses and probably model horses. Breyer does a lot of bays, too many. But over here on the desk, we've got some different variations of bays that I have in my collection currently. I'm sorry, I don't have any seal bays. Breyer doesn't really do seal bays. First up, I have Rockstar with a darker color and some lighter points with his stockings and gorgeous black mane and tail, which is like kind of glossy. I don't know if you can see that, but it's always been like that with his adorable little face marking. Here we've got Harkness, or as I like to call him, Banjo, with his more red color, and his stockings stand out just a little bit more because of that red color. And here we've got Hercules with his lighter, more tannish bay color. I have decided that I'm going to somehow draw all three of these colors, probably just by doing little boxes over here and filling them with a certain color. And I'm probably going to do some dappling over here with Rockstar's bay color and with Banjo's red bay color. I'll do make sure to do some lighter points, and I'll do kind of like a shoulder muscle type area here so I can do some shading and some lighter points. And of course, some dappling, because Breyer doesn't do enough dapples, but these guys don't exactly have dapples. Boogie is the only one that I have that has dapples, and he's glossy, so he's really hard to work with. But anyways, here are my three little boxes with my pony muscles. I'm gonna do, oops, that's a B. I can't spell either. Dang, I really can't write today. Okay, now that that's over, let's start over here with the dark bay. So, for the dark bay, I'm going to start with taking my mechanical pencil and kind of just darkening up those areas with the muscles. Make it really dark in the center to highlight those creases. The next thing I'm going to do is, as I come off this darker point, I'm going to very, very gradually take my pencil and get lighter. Very, very slowly. I'm probably going to cut this part out of the video. And if you can come back and make it a little bit darker where you started and darken up the area you're at as you fade up and into the muscle, or out of the muscle. So once I am to about as light as I'm gonna get, which is where I am right here, I'm gonna take my handy dandy little finger and just rub it really hard. Rub it nice and good up into that corner. For smudging, you do want to make sure you have a good paper with a good tooth to it. Otherwise, the smudging will backfire. I guarantee you. I went outside of the lines. Darken it up over here and smudge it so it doesn't look like I actually colored it so it looks real. It looks like a real horse that's spawning on this piece of paper. I'm gonna darken it up even more over here in this corner. That wasn't even supposed to be part of the muscle, but it is now. That's art for you. Go. Press nice and hard and blend it up into the corner. There we go, lovely dark bay color, and my finger is now nice and metallic-y. Moving on to the second muscle, I need more lead. Where's the flat spot? There we go. Okay. Gotta get all situated with my mechanical pencil. For this one, I'm gonna get lighter a lot faster. And it's gonna be less gradual. I'm kind of just gonna blend it to right about here and then come up and go into this corner. Make sure to make your lines go approximately in the same direction. Then come down, and then come off of this one, except make it like not gradual at all and kind of just come off right as a light color, and then blend it in, and you should have a very, very small little line of an area that you haven't exactly colored in. I'm gonna make it a little darker down here, and then come up and bleed into that lighter color, like so. And for this one, I'm gonna come off of it at a pretty light too. Back up into that corner and then come down. Now I'm gonna come into the corner and make it dark in the corner. Just like this. Need more lid. And there we go. Time to blend. And when you are blending, if it comes out of the box, it's okay. Just go back and cover it up with your eraser like it never happened. Blend it up here too. My finger's going numb, but that's okay. Blend it up into this corner. Eliminate the lines. There we go. Now I'm going to get rid of the mess I made. Oh, that's so satisfying. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back in with my pencil and make some slightly darker points. Yep. Now blend it back in and make another mess. Eliminate it. Oh, so satisfying. Get rid of the little pencil eraser dust. So there we go. My lovely shoulder and my black finger. Okay, just gonna like awkwardly pick him up with my right hand. So here he is with his, I gotta flip him over, hold on. There we go, okay. With his shoulder here, he does have those dark points in that lighter area up in here, Brayer does a lovely job with shading in their bays. Oh, all their bays are so gorgeous, even if they're kind of just a flat bay. Here's his shoulder for a reference. I'll set you back down here. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my moldable eraser and lighten up some areas. Just mold it into like a little teardrop doohickey and just and it does not have to be perfect because we're gonna blend it later. Oh, it's easy. Okay, back in with the finger and go back over it. It might seem like you're ruining what you just did, but trust me, it'll make it look better in the long run. There we go. Erase my mess. Okay, so there's our shoulder. Now, should I do dapples? I'll save it for the lighter bay. Okay, so now here is the long part. Good old hair by hair detail. And if you are using a mechanical pencil, which you should be for this part, look for, there will be a flatter end and then a pointy end. Use the pointy end. Okay, and you want to make sure to go in the direction of the fur, and the direction of the fur is going to be coming down for these. So, start in the lighter areas. And as you just make like a bunch of little lines. Kind of therapeutic, but also kind of nerve-wracking and also time-consuming and kind of boring. But it makes it look much more realistic in the long run, but make sure your hairs are going the same way unless there's like a change of direction in the fur or something, like if you're drawing around the flank. This is going to take a while. While you are going from lighter areas to darker areas, you're going to want to increase the opacity of your little lines as you go. So they're going to want to get darker with the hair as you go. Like this. See over here by the muscle, I have darker little lines, and up higher I have lighter lines. Want to make them super dark over here. They might not be seen very well, but it's okay because I try to do them anyway because some people will notice them, even if it's not me. When you do get to a super dark point like right here, you don't have to make as many, and I don't always make little hairs over my whole thing. I kind of like have some little gaps in it, and they get less, like there are not as many of them in certain spots as some others. Like in here, I'm not going to do as many versus where the gradients are, just to kind of cover it up. And then sometimes I take my finger and I just very lightly go over it just to make them just slightly more subtle. There we go. Okay. These are looking beautiful. I'm just gonna, don't mind me. Okay. Back up into the corner. Back down here. And with your hair by hair, this is always going to be your last step, not counting the mane and tail of your drawings. The hair by hair should always be the last step. Over here in this muscle, try to give it some dimension. Make it curve slightly. Make it look a little more 3D. Get lighter in the lighter areas too. Up like this. I'm gonna go up a little higher, come down. I feel like Bob Ross doing this every time. Let's give the little hair a little friend, because everyone needs a friend. get up in there and hit the darker areas. And up here, make them darker, but not like super dark like where they were over here. Now, go over them just a little bit. There we go. It's like 60% done-ish. So, I'm gonna come back in here and do some more little hairs. Now, the corner. That's fun, doing the corners. I love doing the corner. Even though this is like my first time, but I now love doing corners. Here we go. Make sure they're coming kind of like up like this in this little spot. Right here. This video is going to be so long. You know, for the sake of my iPhone storage and the video length, I don't think I'm going to record the hair by hair on the next two, but I will keep the whole hair by hair section in for this specific color on this video so y'all can see. And I'll do hair by hair around the temples. Okay, blend it out. Dark bay. Voila.